real money on virtual events. Only here, the best odds and widest coverage of games from Dota 2 to Hearthstone. We have over 200,000 users registered. Join us. Prove that you are the best versed in esports. Who will get the first blood? Who will take the first Roshan? Who will win the knife round? Participate in the race of predictors and earn real money. The more bids, the more bonuses. Reward for your first deposit up to $600. esportsbets.com. Foresight, passion, and calculation.
Welcome back once again here to the Grand Finals. It's going to be Dust 2 coming up as the next map. I'm Anders with me's Threat, and Na'Vi did take the first map. That was on Cobblestone, but only barely 16-14, close as it gets. So Dust 2, who is the favorite team going into this map?
I would say EnVyUs. This is EnVyUs pick. Cobblestone were Na'Vi's pick, and it still was 16-14, so very close game. But still, these teams are so close that any map they play is open.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And I mean, in the past, Na'Vi have actually made a habit out of banning Dust 2 in almost every picking stage, but I'm not sure why. I would say there was a point in time when the two strongest maps for Na'Vi were Mirage and Dust 2, and I think they were a little bit better on Mirage, but I think they were still terrifying on Dust 2. If for no better reason, just the fact that Guardian is crazy on this map. So I'm not sure why they keep banning it. Really, in my opinion, they should try and play it more. But I do know that Envy have some tricks up their sleeve as well, especially over at A long. They're really good at locking down any kind of early push there.
Yeah, and if we go back to why Na'Vi keeps vetoing this map, I think they had a short slump on this map where they lost maybe 2 or 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
And after that, maybe they had some internal issues. There were maybe some tension between the players, how they're going to play this map. And after that, they might have decided, okay, let's just veto Dust 2.
I mean, it might have been easier for Na'Vi to make that choice as soon as Nuke is not in the map pool, because obviously that's a map that Na'Vi otherwise really won't play. Like, historically speaking, going all the way
back to 1.6.
Yeah, they just don't play the map. But now Nuke is out, so they can actually afford to pick another map they don't want to play instead. So fair enough. I mean, maybe they just weren't feeling it. It was causing more problems, as you said, internally. So I can be all right with that. But I do like seeing them play it. And I don't think it'll be a walk in the park for Envy. But I agree. I do think they have a bit of an edge here, Envy. And they're going to need to. Nobody wants to go down 0-2 in the Grand Finals.
No, especially considering the next map will be Na'Vi's map Overpass.
Yeah.
So going to go live here with the knife round. Maybe the least important knife round out of all maps. This and Cash, because it really doesn't matter that much which side you start on.
No, you're absolutely right. It's so random. I mean, it's so random how you get off to a good start. You can have a stunning first half on CT side, and you can have the same on the terror side. It just depends on how you manage your economy early on and how much of a flawless round you're going to get out of it. So we are going to be live here. Envy swap to the CT side, and it's going to be Na'Vi playing the terrorist side. So once again, welcome to the show. This is the SLTV StarSeries Grand Finals here live from Kiev in the Cybersports Arena. And we're into the second map now. Best of 5 games. So, yeah, there's a lot more coming up regardless of what happens now.
And I think Na'Vi is going to punish EnVyUs for playing 1 or 2 people aggressive on long this pistol round. But just as I said, that they are looking towards dark. A lot of people.
And they have a smoke and a flashbang. I love it if Na'Vi did something that was almost like Fnatic style, where they put up a smoke right at the entrance and then flash their way through. That would be really sick. It would be up to Zeus to put it down, and not going to happen just yet. Instead, the smoke is actually going to be thrown in the middle instead. No one dying yet until, well, I cursed Zeus apparently, because he goes down to Kushima, and over at the B-bomb site, NBK playing a dangerous game here. He's going to be forced out by the grenade, goes down, and Flamey with a good refrag there. Shock's also forced out of the bomb site at 3 health. He can't really do a lot. He's going to have to wait for backup, and they're going to put 2 people in upper dark. So now a lot comes down to whether or not Edward can stop them. He's got the Glock here, and he has to win that fight against them. Smith's also on the ramp, taking a bit of a fight, but Edward's falling back. This is so smart from Edward. Now he just has to stay alive, and it's going to be tricky. Shocks will take down Seized, and Guardian is going to fall Flamey with a kill. Edward goes down. What a retake coming in here from Envy. It's a 1v3, and Smith is going to go for the kill, but Happy steals it with a grenade. Very impressive retake. I honestly thought that move from Edward was pure gold, but it just wasn't enough anyway.
Yeah, and after MBK went down on the plateau there, I actually thought that Navi was just going to run into the site and win the round pretty easily. But very nice retake there from EnVyUs, considering they were down a player towards that B side.
I mean, the way Edward was playing that initially, if he takes the fight, he kind of has to win it. But when he goes back into towards T-spawn, I thought they would spend a lot of time, Envy, and I guess we should credit them for actually not taking a long fight with Edward, but they just kind of ran in for the retake and said, well, you're going to have to follow us anyway, and then they got the kill on him once that happened, so Envy actually reading the situation quite well there. But I thought Edward could get a lot more out of it. Double scout here on the terrorist side for the follow-up round.
Yeah, it looks like they're just going to try to walk up here towards Gandalf, and they actually have a lot of room to work with here. If they just can catch the player on Goose, they will probably win this round.
Oh, well, they're going to get Smiths first. Now Zeus coming in. He will be dropped, but Happy. He's not got a lot of bullets left here, and there's a lot of people coming for him. He's certainly going to go down right now. Pistol's out instead, and he drops the Guardian. Where's the scout shot? And 4v3 now. Shock sneaking close with this MP9, but it's not the best weapon for it. It's still landing some decent headshots and doing a lot of damage. Kiyoshima going to pick off one, and Bomb will just go down from Seized before he falls. And now it's all on Flamey. 1v3 with a deagle in hand, and he's been very good at this so far. Are they going to continue? Yeah, they will. Not going to stop the defuse because of it. Flamey goes down to the grenade, but never quite know. That is a dangerous position.
Once again, a round that looks like an anti-strat from Navi. They just knew, it looked like they knew that they were playing super defensive on A, because they ran straight to short and then started walking as soon as they came up the stairs and just kept walking towards that A site, and it almost looked like it was going to work out for them there.
Was there a better way for Navi to play that 5v3 once they got the first 2 entry frags there, or I think it was maybe the 4v3?
Maybe just keep challenging C to spawn together. That's usually your best option, because you don't want to let them come up the slope, because that's usually a very awkward position.
Yeah, I mean, we saw that Shocks did some good damage already once he got there. So, yeah, maybe fighting earlier than they did there. All right, then. Shocks is going to be here, looking into the middle. Pretty good position. Getting a kill and running away. Not too bad. He's got backup in here as well, and he's going to pick up Seized. And, yeah, just kind of classic play or standard play coming out from Shocks right now, but it's working really well. And NBK to pick up a triple, in fact, at the end.
3-0 now for EnVyUs, and we are going to see the first real weapon round of this half. Navi, known for playing very slow, very default style. Wouldn't be surprised if they just go through the dark tunnels, gain some control of mid, go up and take short, and just work from there.
Guardian with the open middle. Not going to catch a flick on anybody. Can't really see anything from that, the debris from the HE grenade. And it's going to be a 4th round, as you said. Playing rather carefully in the middle here, Zeus, and they're not going to have anyone holding long, which is hard for Envy to know. An early fight here. Shocks picking up 2 headshots and taking down Seized and Flamey. It's a great start, obviously. MBK is low on health, but they'll take that any day of the week. He's actually going to go down to Guardian, but there's still a man ahead. And look at the flank coming in from T-spawn as well. Happy making his way long way around. So now they're trapped, Navi, whether they know it or not. Shock still playing in this bomb site. He's already got the double. He's looking for more. That's going to be the triple. Flicks up and almost with the quad kill. Kiyoshima there to help out. Zeus alone, and he's going to drop to Smiths. Nicely handled round from Envy.
Yeah, now they're going for a kind of funky default where I've seen them done this before. They go towards the dark as they're going for a default, and they try to get a pick on B and then fall back, or push the side if they get 1 or 2 entry kills, that is. However, if you just get picked out by Shocks like that, there's nothing you can do.
Shocks just being a real monster in that bomb site. And this round is just a bit of a sketchy round from Navi. Not a lot going on here. Single scout on Guardian, the rest mostly saving. So, let's see if it can make a difference. Shocks is enjoying life in the middle right now, picking up a triple. We're going to leave Seized alone.
Seized just going to try to get 1 pick here, but it should be impossible.
What is a good round from Navi on this terrorist side? I mean, now they're 5 rounds down. What could they show us here?
I would just go for a basic default round. Not go for that crazy peek towards B. Shox is playing there and his aim is just on point right now. So go through the dark tunnels, go down lower, take over short, and from there you can either do an execute, you can go for the B split, you can go for fakes. There's just a lot of things you can do while you get that map control ST.
Well, they're certainly going for the default spread like you were talking about, and I think Seized bought this AWP for Guardian, so also taking one for the team there means he's going to be a little bit low on grenades, but yeah, good team player, obviously. We'll see. One opening pick and maybe a little bit of short control, and at least we have a setup coming in from Na'Vi. That would be good. Bomb all the way back in T-spawn still, so a very clear indication to us at least that that they're still just maneuvering around here.
Very passive play here for Na'Vi, and they're going for the default I was talking about, just taking control of short.
Smith's going to fall off the ledge then. I think he was trying to get as far out as he could be, but a little bit funny.
The question is, what will Na'Vi do with this map control? They know they're playing defensive now. The bomb is going towards dark, so it looks like Zeus is going to fake short and then just going to push B through dark.
Yeah, he's already put up a smoke just now, and he's got the Molotov as well, going to throw it into sight any second. NBK right at the edge, and looks like they're going to try and just shoulder peek him, try and force out a shot, and as he, oh, God, he gets that shot. NBK was waiting, and Shox is going to go down to Seize. That's a ridiculous way of entering a bomb site, and the rest of Envy won't even try.
Yeah, that shot from Guardian. It should not be doable, though. If you're standing on the plateau, you should not be able to lose a duel. But when you're playing up against Guardian, I guess things just are different.
It's almost like they were... It's almost like they were sort of almost hacking NBK's mind, because the shoulder peeking meant that NBK thought, I don't want to take the early shot so that I... Because if he takes the shot, he has to duck. And if he stands up again after the duck, then Guardian is then ready and waiting for him. So it's actually smart for NBK to wait and not get forced into that position. I mean, you can still win even if you're duck, because you can try and like move around and stand up, but it is a bit risky. So anyway, he's trying to wait it out. And then as they've sort of let him wait long enough, they're thinking, okay, now maybe his mind is like cooled down a bit, and then they just step out and kill him. That was incredible.
Yeah, amazing shot from Guardian. And now we're picking up the first round here. Let's see if they go for the default here again. Wouldn't be surprised.
There's the hit. NBK down to 52. It's been a couple of rounds here where Guardian hasn't got that shot off, but this time it works.
And very slow stander from Na'Vi. They're playing 3 guys outside of long, so they might actually just go for a long take here.
We'll see if Envy can hold it back. Smith, nice spray, takes 2. Zeus and Edward gone. And none of them had the bomb, and that's obviously a huge opening, and Na'Vi giving away a lot at the beginning of this round. And now to bring it back, I mean, this is where you need Envy to make a mistake. You need them to give something up where you get a free kill, 4v3, get the bomb down, and then try and win it. I mean, if they just play it safe now, Envy, it's very hard for Na'Vi to come back in the round.
Yeah, the only thing you can do is just push short, go for the picks, maybe leave an open mid that can kill the rotators. Guardian is going to go down in mid, and this round is over.
Yeah, going to pick up both the kills there. If he had got the no-scope on Shox, that would have been amazing. Seized all alone here, and he's at least going to be taking down Shox. And I mean, they're still always getting more damage in on them, but that will be the end. Are they going to steal another AWP here, Envy, I'm wondering? Because they already have the one on Happy, and they don't want to return to the double AWP, so a lot of money on that Turret CT side. I mean, look at it. 3 people at 10,000.
And only 7 rounds into the game. This is looking very bad for Na'Vi.
Yeah.
They will be able to afford this round. Should try to do that default once again.
Guardian waiting in the middle. It looked like he almost hit that shot. That's so scary. Happy's going to be all right, and they are down in the pit already. Edward trying to take a couple of shots up there.
EnVyUs is probably going to turn around now, try to gain control of mid, as we can see one guy pushing short.
It's actually something that Guardian specifically loves doing, which is being all the way up on the back here, sort of over the pit, in fact. It's a bit of a strange angle when you're coming up with the A-bomb side. You're not expecting someone to be there, so I like that. And he's moved all the way into a very common spot once again now. But Envy aren't going to take the bait. They're just waiting. And they're leaving Guardian in the pit. So at some point, Envy could definitely be tempted to go back and look and see, okay, we need to know, are they actually coming or not? In the meantime, There's a stack going on short right now for Envy. They're playing this so smartly, but they're going to lose the initial fight as Kiyoshima goes down, and now Na'Vi are going to be pushing up. Smith's here right behind the smoke, and there's 4 people on the other side. He's going to take down one random spray, and the bomb is dropped in that smoke. Guardian, you can't hit that. That's not part of the model, by the way, so going to miss a couple of shots there, and goes down to Happy. Shocks with a kill on Edward, and it's Zeus and Flamey left. Shocks in the middle. Almost could have backstabbed in there, but they're actually going to win that fight, and now they have a really good chance of winning this round. It's a 2v2. They got 18 seconds, and they are going to be able to make the cross in, but they can't smoke up this door. Smith is going to be here, and this is very smart play indeed. Going to get the kill. 8 seconds left, and Smith's going to finish the round with a triple in total. Very, very nicely handled.
Yeah, great play there from EnVyUs and Smiths. Kind of surprised Na'Vi didn't push the issue there on short, because when you get long, the Sieges are just playing passive, you know they must be aggressive on short. So you just try to push yourself up there, and leaving Guardian in the big pit just makes the split so much stronger. And let's listen to the crowd now.
They're loving it. I am wondering, I mean, actually, one of my favorite plays is having the one guy in pit and everyone else rotating back, but I think they could have done a bit more to try and force Envy to take a peek. Like, if you throw a smoke to the cross, and maybe like a flashbang, that will almost like bait the CTs into taking a peek long, try and figure out what's going on, or maybe even maybe 2 smokes is a lot to commit to it, but you can try and bait them out. The way Na'Vi did it, so much no reason for Envy to actually go and take a peek, and then, yeah, it kind of backfired on them a bit.
You have a very good point there, and I think you can combine with that is you throw the smoke just before the rest of your team is going to push short.
Yeah.
Because then you're probably going to make 1 or 2 sieges peak towards long instead of short, making it a lot easier for the majority of the push to make it up the side.
But the fact that Shocks was in the middle, pushing up behind them, even though he didn't get the kill when they were coming back from short, he still, because there was about 23 seconds or something when he went down, he still knew that they were going B, so it was a very easy call for Smith to make to run over there, and he played it perfectly, and because they had no grenades, they couldn't really stop him from doing what he did.
Yeah, and that's Na'Vi's slow playstyle punishing them. Because if you would have 40 seconds in that position, I don't think Smith would have so recklessly just run to the B side. Because then they would be thinking, oh, they might actually fake the death cam, they might actually walk back short. There's a lot more options for Na'Vi to do. So let's see if Na'Vi will pick up the pace here. We saw them do that on Cobblestone, where they did a fast mid push.
Threat, since we're post here anyway, and I'm not sure how long it's going to be, hopefully not too long. Speaking of death cams, I remember playing in some tournaments in 1.6 where there was an instant fade to black when you died. Would you be in favor of that kind of thing? I mean, the death cam, do you see it as like part of the skill of the game to fake it out, or would it be more interesting if it was instantly black?
I would say it would be better if it was just instant black.
All right.
It's just kind of funky how you try to fake or double fake the death cam. It's a very low skill ceiling how you handle the death cam.
Yeah, so you don't think it would take a lot away from the game if somebody decided that was a way to play it. It's a conversation I think we've never really had in Global Offensive, because I think a lot of new players maybe don't even think about that that's actually a thing. But there was at one point, at least in 1.6, where some tournaments ran with that setting on. Kiyoshima up at the A bomb site here, hiding by the barrels with a. Well, I mean, since he's only playing pistols, it could definitely work out. Now I'm looking a little bit undecisive almost. They're on an adventure here, Thread. They're just enjoying the map.
Just running back there towards B through T-spawn, and NBK's position should be impossible for them, or should be impossible for them to kill him here if NBK plays correctly. And if EnVyUs wins more rounds flawlessly and just build up that bank even more, I'm actually seeing them getting up to between 11 to 14 rounds this half.
Yeah, I mean, this is already looking like it's very much out of control, and Na'Vi aren't coming up with many answers to stop this madness. Happy in the middle, going to get a couple of kills, and he's got a very expensive rifle, but isn't case. He's going to push into the middle anyway, try and get a couple of more. It's going to be Shocks and Kiyoshima to finish the round, but a very a very Happy-esque style of playing. Him and JW and maybe Simple is another one. Could be very, very annoying to play against, I imagine.
And never stop taking those peaks. The crowd is trying to cheer Na'Vi because they need it right now. Down 8-1, very low on money, and I like this for Na'Vi. They're just going for the default round now.
could definitely work out. It's not a bad idea. Get the control of the map first and force Envy back in the middle a tiny bit. Zeus up on Catwalk, and because his teammates are spamming behind him from lower dark, if there was someone here, they might be sort of momentarily tricked into thinking there's surely not going to be anyone close, because otherwise why would they be shooting through? You can try and sometimes cheat people like that.
And good map control here from Na'Vi. Last time they had short, they actually went for 4 people through dark, which is kind of funky. They did manage to win that round. It was a round where Garden got that sick op shot. But I would like them to just go for maybe a simple wall of smokes towards A, maybe go for a fake to a B split.
Kiyoshima is right around the corner, and they haven't done this before. 3 Na'Vi players coming in. Kiyoshima going to free fire and get one, and that's going to work out great for Na'Vi here. Trading him immediately. Happy going to miss the shot. Now they need these kills on long very fast, and Edward's going to go down. Flamey with the return, and Happy gets a frag there. So it's still going to be a 2v2. Bomb goes down here. And once again, Na'Vi have no grenades to stop Envy with. Guardian going to run in on long, and a very easy shot on Shocks there, which means now it's all on NBK to try and clutch it. 1v2, Zeus hiding in the bomb site, and Na'Vi, they're going to win the round. Guardian shutting it down, triple kill for him, and an 8-2 scoreline.
And that's Na'Vi just keeping it simple, and I would like to see that again. Just doing a default round, getting control of short, then doing a split, 3 people long, 2 people short. Nothing advanced, just super simple, does 2 play, and if you do it correctly, it's very hard to stop.
Well, we're going to be moving into the 11th round. If you're a Na'Vi fan, you're thinking, all right, boys, it's going to be 8-7 here. If it does go 8-7 threat, what does that mean for Na'Vi? Do they still have a chance of winning this map? Oh, Shocks. That's a very aggressive peek there with the AWP.
Yeah, I think they have an opening if they can take the rest of the rounds here. Their CT side, they were very strong on the CT side in the past, especially with guarding and playing that car position at A. But losing 1 player this round.
Ooh. Edward sees the first coming, sees the second one as well, but a third man was a little bit more than he was expecting, and honestly, that is rare as well. Once you have 2 people that aggressive, normally third guy would be playing somewhere else, but Kiyoshima, I just have no idea how he got that kill. We need to see that from his position. Such a scary player, Kiyoshima. 45 seconds. So I don't blame Na'Vi for wanting to wait around here. Just hope to get a good entry. Guardian going to be out on long, but Shocks will take him out. And it's all on Flamey now. 1v3. And he's fighting Kiyoshima first of all, and he's playing a dangerous game. It's whack-a-mole with the AK, and he's going to win it, but then Shocks take him out. Here, the triple kill for himself in a 9-2 scoreline. And now Na'Vi, I don't know, like that 8-7 finish dream is gone now.
Yeah, Kiyoshima almost winning that round by himself, getting that second kill onto Zeus. When Zeus knows he's going to rotate back towards the A side, he has his crosshair marked on that angle, and still Kiyoshima manages to get that kill. It's just insane aim there from Kiyoshima.
And now we actually decide that they need everything now. They need all the rest of the round, so they're going to go for body armor, a couple of Tech 9s there. Scout versus AWP, generally not a fair fight, but he did get the jump shot in on Shocks at least, so he did a tiny bit of damage. We don't know if it's going to be enough quite yet. Could be a bit of a B split here with a couple of smokes. And I mean, with the Tech 9s, if you catch someone close, it might work out. Up on Catwalk instead, Smith's almost getting overrun here, but does get a kill or a headshot at least to make Kiyoshima finish off with a grenade, and Kiyoshima going to go for the fight one more time here, and he's going to close it out with a triple kill of his own to 10-2.
And considering they went for the force by now, they will be in an awkward position once again. Maybe they actually should have eco there, because 10-5 is still doable for CT. I mean, you win the pistol round, you can get to 10-8, work from there. Guardian might be playing great with AWP. Now, all of a sudden, it's going to be 11-2 in favor of EnVyUs.
How do you feel about the fact that now we haven't really gone for that mid to B split push that's so popular? I mean, we know that if it happens, Envy are quite good at boosting up on the box and CT spawn and shooting over, but still, it seems like there should be a way of working that into the strat somehow for Na'Vi.
Yeah, Na'Vi has almost gone either long or B every single weapon round. They should just try to keep it simple, and as you said, either go for the B split or the wall of smokes on A, because we haven't seen that a single round actually.
Yeah. it's almost like they're intentionally electing not to do some of the very common plays. I mean, there's a reason why something is sort of a standard play. It's because, you know, it does actually work a fair amount of the time. So a little bit surprised at that. I like the early aggressive smokes coming out here on long. Going to force EnVy back, and Na'Vi going to be super aggressive here in the 14th round, seeing if they can push up. Kiyoshima in the corner. The flashbang works perfectly. Great teamwork from EnVy. Otherwise, Seized would have definitely got that kill on Kiyoshima because he was shuffling around with his gun as well. So he would have been dead immediately. Now there's going to be a follow-up Molotov, but I think it's going to be a little bit too far there. Not going to hurt Kiyoshima in the corner, I think. No, he's going to be just fine. And up on the bomb side, they got to be careful. Happy sees him, flicks and takes out Flamey. And now they are going to be a man down. Zeus with a team kill on Edward. Not what they were needing, but then Guardian does come in from Catwalk to save the day, or at least keep them alive a little bit longer here. And Guardian up on the bomb site, taking a fight with Shocks, who was down in CT spawn. NBK rotating the long way around, and now they have about 5 seconds, and this is going to be horrible. Or they will turn around. Zeus sprays, and it's not going to win the fight. And now it's all on the one Slovakian player on the team here. 30 seconds in a 1v2. Does pick up the bomb and has a bit of a chance here.
Yeah, he has to challenge one of the players after he gets his bomb down to make it a 1v1.
Got the AK. Headshot. And he's got a real chance. They don't have any grenades to force him out with, but he is sort of trapped in a weird position, and he doesn't spot Short. And Shocks will be able to take him out.
Great play from EnVyUs there. This just zoning Guardian out. Not much he can do in that position.
The crowd, I think, trying to get Na'Vi back into the right frame of mind here, but unlike the first match, which was a 16-14, you know, really tight, I guess EnVy could have come out of that match thinking, wow, you know, we replay that, we definitely win it, right? Na'Vi can't do the same here on Dust 2. They're probably going to feel a little bit more like, well, we kind of got crushed here. So maybe going to be a bit harder for Na'Vi to forget about this match and move into the next one. I'm seeing in the end of it here for them anyway. Quick trade early on. Shocks in the middle. Going to take down Seized. It's a double kill. And he wants more. Kiyoshima has an auto sniper and is going to be taking out Zeus. Finally, someone can take care of Shocks, but it might be too little too late here. We're last round of the first half, and Happy close range to drop Edward, and he gets that shot onto, Edward, Flamey first guy to go down. 13-12. And we're moving into the second half here. That's just overwhelming. I'm shocked.
Yeah, 13-2. I was not expecting this result, and especially when we saw that kind of early round at 5-1 or at 5-0. So Na'Vi could have done. It was like they didn't do the default play because they were scared of getting anti-strats. But they should have just kept trying it, because some plays are so strong, it's very hard to counter, and they didn't do a single B-split on the entire half.
Yeah, that really blows my mind. I mean, I'm imagining if EnVy even get a chance to play that many rounds, they will try and do it at some point here. It's also refreshing, I feel like, that, again, Shoxy's just carrying EnVy. It's been so long since we've seen this level of Shocks play.
Yeah, Shocks, maybe the MVP of this event.
It's starting to look that way. I mean, maybe if Simple had made their way into the finals, maybe they could have been him instead. But definitely very, very scary here. Well, we're going to be moving on now and into the second half of the second map, and we'll see how it goes. It's going to be Guardian and Na'Vi now on the CT side, and EnVy going to be playing that terrorist side, and they only need another 3 rounds, and they're going to be good to go. But Edward will start off with a good headshot there in the corner. Zeus is going to get trapped, and Shocks will take him out. So now we are going to be in a 4v4. There's a Molotov on Smith, which is very exciting for a pistol round. That doesn't happen too often. See if they're going to use that A bomb site. Flamey's holding up there, so that Molotov, if it's perfect, it's going to be really uncomfortable for Flamey in just a matter of seconds. And there it is. You're going to have to move out, Flamey, and he goes down as he does. Smiths and then Happy coming in from long. A very well-planned round from EnVy right now. Oh, and he's going to try and go for the knife, and they are going to fight it out. Kiyoshima wins it, but then Guardian shows up. That is amazing, and now it's going to be down to Guardian. He drops to Happy. What a way to settle this map, essentially.
Yeah, and that's also a sign that Na'Vi is probably already thinking about the upcoming map. 14-2. They're double scout, 2 Eagles, 1 5-7. Should be 16-2 if they don't win this force play here.
I mean, what else are you going to do if you're losing this match? Might as well try and go for a bit of a knife duel there. I kind of like that approach. Flamey seized, picking up a kill each with just the pistols here, and Happy the only one to return, and Flamey going to take down Shocks. That Deagle still doing pretty good work for him. And now it looks like almost Na'Vi are about to extend the map a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to win this force by EnVyUs. Probably just going to try to go for some picks here, not much else they can do. Very spread out actually from EnVyUs, having one guy outside of Darky and one guy here at A-Long. Smith with the bomb, looking to go for the first peak as well.
They're going to play it safe, Na'Vi. I kind of like that. I'd hate it if they try to challenge Smith down here and give him anything. There's a lot of time for Envy to play this game. They're going to be up on long, and there's what can happen. Smith, a good headshot on Flamey, although he does drop very low. Kiyoshima down here, caught jumping. Otherwise, he might have had a good chance of taking that kill, and then we would have been in a 2v2. It's still not done quite yet, even though it's looking good here for the Na'Vi team to try and at least get a third round on the board. Edward going to get that kill. And Kiyoshima charging in here, 28 seconds, and he's being shot through the smoke as well. Should be going down, will be going down, 14-3.
Yeah, Na'Vi should have the mindset now here just to take one round at a time. They're down 14-3, should be impossible, but we have seen sicker comebacks, or have we?
I'm wondering, I mean, I actually would say if Na'Vi make this comeback work, that would be incredible, because Envy, they're such a strong team on this map. And I think we've seen these type of comebacks on Nuke, maybe. You know, if you play CT side Nuke, I'd be all right with it, but surely not on Dust 2. Surely not. Grenade into the middle, and MBK almost stepping on it there. There will be the pistol force up now from the Envy team. They want to close this map quick.
Yeah, they want to force Na'Vi to an eco as fast as possible and just close it out. However, if they lose this, they really should go for a full eco.
Oh, jump scout there as well. MBK a little bit lower on health once again. Trying to see if they can stop them from getting into the site, but they are landing or getting a little bit of damage here. And I think Flamey, without the hand armor, got tagged in the face, and it's going to be up to Flamey actually to get a couple of kills. Bomb was planted, but Happy can't stop the defuse pretty much no matter what happens. He's going to go down in the middle, and that'll be the round. Flamey not buying head armor against pistols is so dangerous.
And usually I say, oh great that Na'Vi won that round flawlessly, they will start to build up a bank. But when your opponents have 14 rounds, it's not that you're gonna eco anyway.
No, you're right. I mean, they're so close to the edge that probably won't be what makes the difference in the long run here. But Envy are gonna go for 4 flashbangs, and then it's pistols all around.
Discipline play there for EnVyUs, not going for those crazy force buys we saw in the group stage.
Well, I mean, if they went for too many of them, who knows if Na'Vi could suddenly bring it back to 14-10, and even if they lose from there on out, it still puts a bit of distance between the beating they took earlier and the next map, and that always helps out a little bit too. Flamey and Sue's doing a good job holding onto the bomb site, and this time Flamey does have head armor. And Happy, the last man left. No bomb plant. And a good round here for Na'Vi as Seuss picks up a triple kill. They're going to make it to 14-5. And now Envy will have money. They could even buy an orb if they wanted to on Smiths, which he is pretty fond of using on this map.
Yeah, EnVyUs is basically ignoring Na'Vi's economy at this point. They just need those 2 rounds, just going to focus on their own play. Just go for the ecos when they need them so they can buy those nades and weapons. And going to go into the first weapon round here of this half.
Aggressive boost from Na'Vi, putting Guardian up on the catwalk fairly early on. He does stop a little bit further back. Sometimes you can even run all the way into middle. You just got to watch if you're getting shot from lower dark, but it's doable.
Very default play here from EnVyUs, going up short, just going to clear all the areas, gain that map control. Very default play from Na'Vi as well. This is a very standard round on Dust 2. The question is, what will EnVyUs do with this map control?
Yeah, that's what you want when you make sure no one's middle, no one's catwalk. I mean, it used to be that once you knew no one was catwalk, the B split was the most obvious thing to go for. Seems like they're going to be quite aggressive, and actually they will end up with the B split, but a bit of a variation as they jump down into CT spawn, but Na'Vi still making it work. A double kill for Edward, and NBK and Happy are the last two people left. The bomb is dropped in middle here. This is a bit of a disaster for Envy until they do bring it back a little bit if they can just get Seized down, but he takes NBK with him, and now Happy surely can't make it out. Gonna be taken out by Flamey, and that's gonna make it 14-6.
Yeah, the two entry kills there in mid from Zeus and Edward basically shut down the B push, and the round was over. And the crowd they believe in the comeback.
It's a bit too soon for me.
I agree with you there, and I'm surprised that EnVyUs decided to go for the half buy here. If they would have gone for a full eco, they could actually buy AK armor 2 rounds in a row instead.
Look at Smith jumping around on top mid like a true ex-source professional, just enjoying the bunny jumping there. A little bit less possible in this game. More shots being missed, but then Zeus is going to be like, I'll show you how it's done, and takes out 3 people. MBK, the last man left, and he will go down to Guardian. So 14-7.
Yeah, and it's hard to get excited about these eco rounds when a team has 14 rounds, because getting those few kills doesn't really matter at this point, as we talked about earlier. It's all about the weapon round. That's why it's very odd that EnVyUs still decides to go for those armors and Tech 9s in those rounds. Going to be a full buy here now, though, from EnVyUs.
Yeah, I need to see a lot more from Na'Vi before I start believing. I've watched all the Disney movies too, and I know the little guy is always supposed to win. And Envy right now, they seem like quite the monster, but still, I'm not quite buying it. Zeus playing in CT spawn, and NBK gonna once again check short here, which Na'Vi haven't really put a lot of effort into holding.
Yeah, Na'Vi just telegraphing. Okay, we're playing defensive. We believe in our defense so much that we can give you the information that we're doing it. Do what you want. Won it last time. The question is, what will EnVyUs do this time? The bomb is going towards long, so it looks like they're going to go for a long take.
Yeah, and they have a smoke for long as well. Happy's going to put that up. Flamey, though, will take down MBK, and with the follow-up Molotov, it means Happy actually did use the smoke, so that smoke is, well, it's not going to be entirely useless, but it's going to be a little bit tricky here, because now they just used a couple of grenades, and they can't even really push behind them. The rest of the push still happening on Catwalk, so that's definitely a bit confusing. Kiyoshima, though, was willing to fight. Zeus takes one and sprays the second one as well, and down on long. It's Seized, picking up just the 1 kill, but that leaves Smith alone, and he's going to go down to Zeus. Triple kill, and they save both the orbs. And I'm wondering about this. Once the push on long got slowed down, surely the push on short should have maybe waited. Yeah,
it should. There's 2 easy kills there from Zeus, and I want to point out that Na'Vi actually play with only 1 guy on B there, and that's very ballsy to do when you're down 14-7.
Guardian opening up and taking down Shocks just as the smoke pops. And there's a reason it's called suicide, although MBK will charge in, picks up the 1 kill. He knows the guy's behind box, so this is a great position. They could probably rush him down, and there's nothing he could do. Seized will end up dropping. And now backup is coming in here quick. Zeus going to take a peek, but no one flashing him in, so he's going to go down. He did some good damage, but Flamey has to go huge. And they're just going to smoke him off. He doesn't even get the crossing kill on the guy with 20 health. And as he falls back middle, Happy's there waiting. It's going to be 15 rounds here for Envy. Guardian can't stop this, and there it is. Nice round from Envy. I love the fact not just that they got the opening, but that they saw the guy behind the box and they knew he can't get out from here.
Yeah, it's very hard for him to do anything in that position. And we see a triple op from Na'Vi when they're down.
Oh no, it's quad op.
I don't even know what to say.
And they're still not going to get the kill on Smiths. Oh, at least you have to do that. Otherwise, it just does not make sense. If this works, we're just going to stop trying to analyze the game and just sit back and enjoy it. Edward did pick up an opening frag there, and it's going to be a couple of follow-ups. Seized and Guardian too. Na'Vi just remaking the game as we're watching it here. It's going to be NBK and Smiths left 2v3, and they're trying to see if they can fight their way back. If they could get a bomb plant, it'd be amazing, because retaking with orbs is not as easy as it seems. And there's a kill from Smiths, but he's also alone. They've lost half their orbs, but they're still fighting, and Smiths has time, and that's the key factor here.
I wonder if one of the Na'Vi players will switch weapon now, though. 2 versus 1. They know he has an op. Smith smartly switching to an M4. And if they just keep the off, this might actually be hard for Navi.
Oh, Smith's actually doubles back. He will put up a smoke from T-spawn, and they're going to know that. So he's trying to play a kind of a next-level mind game here. But Edward, he's like a rock at the moment. He's not going to buy anything until he knows for sure. And he spots him coming by. Edward with a triple kill. And the crowd is loving it. This is 15-9. Another 6 rounds, and EnVy's spirit surely will be crushed.
Yeah, and only a double up now. Only.
Oh, what a downgrade.
Yeah. And EnVyUs should go for a full. I'm surprised they go for the Deagles and Tex here. Because you do that to pressure the economy. And why would Navi be forced on eco when they have 15 rounds?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, even if they do some damage here, Navi are just going to shrug and say, well, fine, we'll use whatever we need to buy. But yeah, you're right. They're obviously not going to be ecoing, so that isn't even a factor any longer. Zeus in the middle. Smith's going to be trying to creep in with that Deagle, and I wouldn't rule it out here. We've seen some... I mean, actually, this tournament has had more ridiculous Deagle action than any I've seen in a while. Smith's going to go down, so not this time. Smoke up, and this is the B-split that we kept talking about, although it is without rifles, so probably going to be less effective, or at least it should be. Edward going to push up right behind them, and some really good flashbangs here. Going to play basically net them the round. Triple kill for Seized.
Yeah. Was an eco round there. Not much EnVyUs can do, and they should eco again.
You want them to buy all the equipment, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because you have to think about this. How many full weapon rounds can we get before it's a tie?
Yeah.
That's the only number you care about when you're thinking about the economy in this position.
What I'm hearing you saying, Threat, is you want the quad op again on the terrorist
Exactly.
side. Well, they're going to open up here. Shocks with a great start. Edward gets caught in the doorway and pushing into middle. Last time, Happy was here with Smith this time to take down Zeus, and that may be EnVy's way of winning this round. Simply hard and brutal and fast. They go into that bomb side. It's going to be Guardian and Flaming left here. 2v4. Practically unwinnable when you're trying to retake this B-bomb side. I don't see how they could do this.
EnVyUs must lose their mind if they're going to lose this. They can just play defensive on the side.
MBK jumping with an AK. I mean, I'd say he lost his mind, but he does love jumping and shooting. And there's going to be the shot from Shocks, and Guardian goes down. EnVy take it, 16-10. It took a while, but they did it.
Yeah, more of a comfort rounds there in the end for Navi. And as you talked about earlier, I don't remember which game it is. It's still better to get a few rounds there in the end, even though you probably know the match is over.
Yeah.
You're going to go into the third map thinking, okay, at least we started to play well there in the end. Maybe we can bring that momentum to this map. If you just get crushed 6-2, you're probably going to feel pretty bad.
So that means the map score is tied at 1-1, and we still have another potential 3 maps coming up. What a finals it turned out to be, and it looked like EnVy were just going to shut Navi out of that match, but they tried to stand their ground, and for a moment it almost looked like it might have been possible.
Yeah, but when they went through that quad op, that's when you know they're pretty desperate.
Yeah, that doesn't happen too often. But what map are we going to go into now? I'm forgetting it. Overpass now?
Yeah, it's overpass now. So both team winning their own picks. So we're going to go to Navi's pick once again. This Navi's second pick, which is overpass. If we're going to go to a fourth map, either way, and that's going to be EnVy's second pick, which is Inferno. And if it's a 2-2 tie, we're going to go to the common ground map. Train, exactly.
Yeah, very interesting. I mean, I'm wondering if EnVy are still having like flashbacks to DreamHack Winter when it comes to Overpass. If they're just like, scarred for life for what happened there. What a game it's going to be either way. I'm really looking forward to this one. Navi are quite a fun team on Overpass, and they've invented a lot of cool things on it. So I actually think they have a good chance of doing it. Yeah,
EnVyUs on the other hand, just going to play their standard dynamic style, special as CT, just swapping positions all the time. If you buy the op, you have a good spawn somewhere, you're just going to call, I'm just going to go here because I have a good spawn. And that might actually cause some trouble for Navi, actually. So it's going to be interesting to see.
Well, we're about to find out here, but first we'll have the analyst take us through this map. So take it away, guys.